As Sting used to say, it's showtime! Dexter has been resurrected and he's bringing some old friends with him. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment. And guess what? Tonight is the night.
And I couldn't be more excited. For me, the most anticipated show 2025. And the unique thing for me, I just wrapped up season 8, 10 minutes before I watched this.
Yeah.
Some people have waited 12 years. You've waited a long time.
I was going to say it's a nostalgia feeling for us seeing the likes of Miguel and Trinity and Dokes coming back. But for you, I mean, you've seen Trinity less than a year ago.
I seen Dokes last week when I finished season 7. If it was last week, actually, I don't know when it was.
So for you, Dokes wasn't really a surprise, motherfucker.
No, it wasn't. But you know what? Regardless, I can still appreciate it. They went all out here for this premiere. I think it was definitely a tale of two halves. I think everything Dexter related was pretty much fantastic. Harrison, we'll get to, pal.
Yeah, it was strange. They kind of did split the episode up, half Dexter, half Harrison, and with Dexter, you've got all these old faces, all these legends of the show. Trinity, Miguel, Dokes, plus Dexter is the main. I mean,
Batista.
Batista. We see come in later, and Batista is actually real Batista, like life form Batista. Let's not forget Harry Morgan as well. But Batista's not a hallucination. We've actually got the in person Batista. He's following up on Dexter. He's looking into the whole Bay Harbor butcher thing. So you've just got so much going with Dexter. Plus, of course, he is the original character. I mean, the show is based on him. It's his name. He is the main man.
Yeah,
he will always be the main man. And then we switched to Harrison Morgan, and it's just not the same. I don't think the Harrison Morgan stuff was bad, but it's almost like when you see what you get with Michael C. Hall and Dexter, and then you see what you get with Harrison. It's like, one's all right and the other's great. But I think it would be very similar if we got something like this in Original Sin. Original Sin, I thought, was good because it focused on the young Dexter, but I do think if young Dexter shared half the screen time with Michael C. Hall, we would have just looked. I think it would have reflected worse, and it would have been more negative on young Dexter because you just can't compete.
No, I totally, and I think it also doesn't help me is that I've never seen New Blood, right? We didn't have time to squeeze that in, so therefore
we did get like a 2-minute
recap. We did
recap at the beginning.
So we're not really accustomed to Harrison, right? I'm not saying if I watch New Blood, Harrison's going to be up in the GOAT tier, right? I really doubt that, but that would have probably helped him, but he sticks it like a sore thumb. But you know what? At the same time, see if he was given the rub of Trinity, Dokes and Miguel, even though it wouldn't make a lot of sense. Well, maybe Trinity would make a bit of sense. Maybe he would have been better. But he was given jobbers. Dexter was given main offenders.
We didn't even get Harrison hallucinating Dexter.
Aye, I mean, something like that.
Which I guess wouldn't make any sense since Dexter's not dead, but Harrison could still hallucinate him. Didn't happen though. Who would you say is better, Harrison or Dexter from Original Sin?
Oh, Dexter from Original Sin.
Yeah, maybe Harrison will grow on us. It's episode 1 of season 1. It's going to be multiple seasons, I believe. This one was called A Beating Heart.
You know what he reminds me of? Zach Hamilton.
Oh, God, actually, he does have that little look about him.
He does, doesn't he?
I don't think he's not got that. His face isn't as punchable as Zach Hamilton's.
Aye, Zach Hamilton's was a weird structure.
Season 8 was just, I don't know, Season 8 was... But anyway, forget about Season 8. It's Season 1 of Dexter Resurrection, and he's resurrected from the dead. And, yeah, I mean... Hopefully this show can right the wrong of some of the poor seasons. There was definitely enough hope for me coming out of episode 1, but I don't know. I mean, as much as I want to see Dokes be a regular and Trinity be a regular, I'm thinking that we could be one and done with him. So that's kind of how we start the episode with Dexter, just dreaming of these people, dreaming of Trinity, dreaming of Dokes and Miguel. His reunion with Miguel was actually pretty cool. It seems like there was no animosity. Dexter and Trinity, on the other hand, they're still beefing.
No, they were beefing, and we started with Trinity. It was great. We had Trinity at the edge of the bed. Point out, by the way, apart from Dokes, everyone that returned looked fucked. Everyone looked old. Everyone looked decrepit. I mean, I get it. It's been.
They say that black doesn't crack, and I don't know. I'm judging on this. It might be true.
I understand, right? Like Miguel and Trinity, you're talking seasons that were like what, 15, 16 years ago, 17 years ago, I think, for Miguel. So it is a long time, but
for Dokes, it's longer though.
I know, but I seen him in season 7. He didn't age, so it's no real surprise he hasn't aged here. But Miguel in the graveyard I thought was good. Trinity we've seen the bathtub with the blood, talking about you're a father killer too, and your son shot you. How good could you really be? Religion. But I actually thought Trinity for a guy that's in his 80s looked good.
Yeah, he did.
See when they bring out the prequel about him, I think they could use him in flashbacks to a degree.
Yeah, Dexter still resents Trinity, blames him for the way Harrison's turned out. I guess it is. I guess he's right. Harrison was born in blood, just similar to Dexter.
Good chance he still turns out to who he is, though, without Trinity leaving him in blood.
Well, when you've got a father like Dexter, I guess that is possible.
A bit weak of Dexter to pin it all on Trinity.
Oh, absolutely, but it wouldn't be the first time Dexter's just pinned the blame. He pretty much... Harrison grew up not knowing who his father was. He probably thought Jamie Batista was his mum, the amount of overtime she spent looking after the guy. Right, speaking of Harrison, he works in some sort of hotel, and we get introduced to him. He seems to be friendly enough. He doesn't seem to be... it is similar to Dexter, how Dexter would come in. Alright, he didn't bring donuts, but everyone seems to like him. Whether that's his true personality or whether it's just his fake persona. But he's walking around the place as if he is the happiest guy in the room, as if he's everyone's best friend. But that doesn't stop him from killing some guy.
Yeah, and it began a trend where everyone that got introduced had the need that they had to put AirPods in or headphones on. That doesn't give me main character vibes,
Was that just a cheap way of trying to play some popular songs? I think they did that.
It could be, but I don't. Why can't you just play the popular songs while it's happening?
Yeah, but is that not a new thing? Is that not like a newer thing where they think that playing music makes it a better show? I'm pretty sure they did that a lot in Stranger Things. I know they did it in Original Sin. Not necessarily putting the AirPods in, but they did play quite a lot of licensed songs that you're familiar with.
At least with Original Sin, though, I think it helps add to the 90s feeling of it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I thought it was good them playing like the older songs, but
they're playing I don't know when this is set, like the 2020s, and you're playing songs from like the 70s, and it's like, Harrison might like to listen to that, but I don't know, man. See, when I see these people sticking their headphones on, especially the woman detective, it just screams like you've got autism or something.
Yeah, well, that woman detective was an arsehole, but Harrison, basically, we get introduced to him. I don't know if he just passed an exam.
It's GED.
He might be dating someone that works in this hotel. Seems like he was going to look after their kid. That's what I got from it. But that night, I guess he didn't look after any kids because he took out, I guess, some soon-to-be rapist that was, I guess, drugged this woman that he'd spoken to earlier in the night. He took her into this apartment. Harrison bursts in. They get into a bit of a fight. Harrison beats him up, although it's not really believable because Harrison was a lot smaller than this guy. Then the guy's pretty much like, well, it doesn't matter, you might have stopped me this time, but there's loads more out there. And then Harrison just flips and he takes the toilet lid off and starts beating the fuck out of the guy and kills him. Pretty, brutal kill. Then he proceeds to take the woman back to his room. He then goes back to the victim's room. Or maybe not the victim, but the guy he kills room, and we see him basically take him down to the kitchen. This is like late at night. I guess everyone's going home, although I always thought in a hotel you had people doing the night shift. But
that's what I thought.
Where was all the night shift workers here?
I tell you what, Harrison's not really like Dexter to me. I know Dexter's like, he's cold-blooded and he doesn't have emotion, right? But this guy opened this door knowing full well it was going to happen, and he kind of was like walking away like, well, it's not my problem what happens in there. But then once he heard her like screaming and saying no, that's when he opened the door. I feel like Dexter would never have took it that far.
The door wouldn't have got opened.
No.
The door might have got opened, but only one person would have been in it.
Aye. No, Dexter would have dropped the guy before the door even got open, you're right. But he takes him down, chops him up, gets a bit of blood on the wall, on the roof.
Yeah, we get a little flashback where Dexter was telling how you got to chop them up into 9 bits. It makes it easier to get rid of the body. So that's what Harrison does. He chops them into 9 bits, puts them in body bags. We do see a bit of blood, though, fly onto the ceiling. He cleans up everything apart for this little bit of splatter, then puts the bin bags out for collection. Just in time, may I add, he makes it before the bin men come, so that was pretty good, because you wouldn't want bin bags with dismembered body parts picking up heat in the fucking alleyways. Especially with the sun and rats and shit.
Absolutely. The guy gave him his watch earlier in the episode as well to get it fixed, and the detectives spot that later on, so Looks like him actually getting his watch to get it fixed is actually going to come back and bite him in the
Yeah,
arse.
see, Dexter just wouldn't be running about with somebody's watch that he's killed. That just wouldn't happen.
No, absolutely not.
So the garbage men are disposing of the bags. One of them rips open. We see the limbs. I believe it was a calf and a foot. But then the detectives get called, and honestly, I wasn't too impressed. The male detective, whose name I can't remember, wasn't that important. Didn't really bother me as much. Didn't seem like a good character. Just seemed like a bit of a nothing. But the woman was like this stuck up. I mean, Arthur Mitchell would say it best, cunt, and just really unlikable. Talking down to the police officer that was on the scene. Then she puts her AirPods in like she's some sort of main offender.
Starts like moonwalking around and then shouting out their names because she can't hear her own voice because the music's that loud. Olivia.
But you know what? That's not professional. Surely, if you're in a crime scene, you can't be having AirPods in, listening to music.
Yo.
But is this
You know what?
is this 2025 where it's like that's supposed to be cool? Oh, look at her doing her own thing. She's got her own unique ways. I'm not buying that. I think I just couldn't imagine in the original Dexter. Imagine Dexter and Masuka at a crime scene, like walking over bodies with their music in. Dokes would be like, "Get those fucking AirPods out, you creepy motherfucker."
I know exactly, but to me, I mean, yeah, that did bother me a bit. But it's the scene beforehand. Right, where she just like speaks down to the unis.
Well, I've already addressed that, but yeah, that sucks.
No, but that's the bit that pissed me off more because she's like, oh, if he's not, we can't ID a toenail or a toe. We need a fingerprint or we need the actual head. It's like, well, usually the fucking detectives, usually the ones that are supposed to find that. This guy's just telling you what the garbage man told him.
Yeah,
just speaking down to them like, see you next Tuesdays, man.
Pretty much. She finds the bags because she manages to tell the way the original one, the first one that they found with the body parts in it. She looked at the way it was tied, and then she finds all the other ones that were tied the same, and they end up assembling a body part. They put the 9 parts together. I guess it's a bit like a jigsaw puzzle.
Yep. Oh, she's the bee's knees though. She found everything. All the men, they're all dumb as fuck. It's all about her.
Yeah, didn't like her. Anyway, back with Dexter. He's trying to get fit again. He's trying to do some exercises because he's been in a coma for 10 weeks. So I guess he's kind of out of commission at the moment. We get his doctor is pretty funny. His doctor that explains to him that if it wasn't so cold, if you'd have been shot in the summer, you'd have died. But because you were shot in the winter and you're out in the ice, that kind of slowed down your heart rate and that slowed down your blood loss. So that saved you, or else you'd be deader than my marriage.
Which is a pretty good line for him.
And then he also referred to Dexter like something like a shot in the dark or something like that, and obviously using a pun that Dexter was shot. So this little doctor guy, he seemed pretty fun. We then had some woman nurse that was trying to help Dexter get back to fitness. She then tells Dexter about the news that there was a body part cut into 9 pieces in New York, and this obviously notifies Dexter, here, shit, I'm the one that told Harrison about 9 body parts, so he realises that Harrison must be in New York. He must have committed another kill, and he figures that if they found the body, then it means Harrison's not really doing the job that Dexter taught him, so it's only a matter of time until he gets caught. She also makes like an offhanded comment about white men, saying, sorry, no offence, but you guys always tend to be the serial killers. Listen, I've no real issue with that, because I would say that serial killers 9 times out of 10 are white men, but would we get a similar comment about how she wouldn't turn around to a black man and go, I'm afraid of you guys, you commit 52% of the violent crimes in America?
Despite making up 13% of the population? No, she wouldn't turn around and say that.
6.5 actually, because 13% is black in general.
There you go then. That's a big percentage bomb.
You know, but anyway, I'm not here to rant about shows being woke or not. I can live with that, I just don't think it was necessary. But whatever.
Yeah, well, Dexter, the original show proves it. I mean, look at everybody Dexter went toe-to-toe with. Pretty much every single one of them were white men.
Yeah. Right, then actually, there wasn't many black guys Dexter went up against.
No. Unless they were like the hero.
Uncle Sam or something? Brother Sam?
Uncle Sam.
He wasn't black, man. Anyway, right, we get some new deputy of this little town. He's taken over for Angela. Turns out she's been on the run.
He's bricking it. Dexter's bricking it.
Looks like she was a lesbian for what we've seen in the photos, but she was dating Dexter, so maybe, I don't know.
I think it was her sister.
Maybe it was her sister. Who knows? She forgives Dexter. I guess she doesn't forgive. She says she's willing to let it go.
Or even.
Even though she accused him of being the Bay Harbour Butcher, this new guy, he just seems overly excited, happy that Dexter's alive, hugs him. Dexter says he ain't going to press any charges, so that's good. Dexter thinks he's out of the woods. But then Batista rocks up, and nobody was expecting this, let alone Dexter. He's hoping it's another hallucination, but it's not. Batista is right there in physical form, and at the beginning you think Batista isn't really wary of what's happening. Obviously he thought Dexter was dead, and then he found out Dexter was using a different name. He's a bit confused as to why Dexter faked his death, but the more Batista and Dexter talk, Batista kind of hints towards here that Angela said that you were the Bay Harbour Butcher, and another person that said you were the Bay Harbour Butcher was Maria. Remember her? And she ended up dead, and it's almost like Batista knows.
It turned into an interrogation.
It did. We see Batista leaving and said he'll be back tomorrow when visiting hours are failed, and his face looked like a guy that... It didn't look like someone that was happy to be reunited with a friend. It looked more like someone that was had the test for the guy he was just speaking with.
And you know what, man? I think if there's one guy that's still alive in the universe to bring Dexter down into justice for all the kills, it should be Angel Batista. That's a guy that's been through it all and lost it all.
There's not many people left, is there?
No, there's not.
But, I mean, I think it would be shite if it's just some new character.
Miller or something. That rock star Sergeant Miami.
I doubt she'll be coming back.
No, me too, but also a good scene with Dukes here where Batista points out that Dukes had his suspicions, and we got like a
what was that thing he called you? And then we just got like a series of Dukes.
Motherfucker, creepy motherfucker.
You fucked hard.
You Bay Harbour
creeped-hard.
You retard.
Dexter, you're the Bay Harbour Butcher.
But you know what, man? See, as much as I like Batista as like the bubbly guy and the fun guy, you know, the caring guy and the relationship.
I'd like to see a new side to him, and we might get that here.
And I think after 8 seasons and New Blood and the Resurrection, if there's ever a time for Batista to turn on Dexter, it's probably now. And I'm looking. I wouldn't want anyone else.
Yep, Batista will he turn on Dexter? We don't know, but Dexter turns on the shower and uses that to sneak out. Batista comes back the following day. Wait until 11 o'clock. I don't get it. Batista is the captain. Can he not just...
LT,
Lieutenant, sorry. Can he not just be like, here, fuck the visiting hours? I actually want to speak to this guy.
No, I know. He could have done that.
But no, the nurse was adamant. No, you can't go into 11. Then Dexter is kind of stuck. He steals some dead guy's keys from his truck.
Which is pretty low, isn't it?
I suppose he won't be needing them. The guy came in with a box of stuff, and Dexter was like, I'll take those keys. I'll take that truck. So Dexter sneaks out the back door after faking a phone call, pretending to be Quinn. So we got a Quinn name drop. Will we actually get to see Quinn in this show? I don't know.
He was at the premiere, was Desmond Harrington, looking fucked as the rest of them, so we'll see how that goes. But as for Batista here, I think he's right to be pissed. Like, let's take away the fact that Dexter's been accused of the Bay Harbour Butcher. He's like, you faked your own death. Why? You took Deborah's body. Why? You did all this fucking shit. Why?
Yeah, well, I mean, what were you doing? Last time I seen you, you were wheeling Deborah's body out of there. It's like, we went into the storm and I lost her.
He's like, I even spoke at your memorial.
It's not a normal thing to do. Just lift someone's dead body and take them out into his boat. Like, let's say he never hit the storm. What was his plan?
Is Batista the Hank to Dexter's Heisenberg? Is he going to read a book and it says to my favourite, DM or something?
See when Batista officially clocked. Now I hope that he hasn't clocked on just yet, but he definitely does feel like he's got suspicions. Who do you think will feel like the bigger dumbass, Hank or Batista?
It's a close one, but I feel like in Breaking Bad, I don't know.
Gambling money.
Gambling money. I think what's worse. I mean, Walt becoming a drug dealer, right? But he's a really smart chemist, so it makes sense. But then Dexter knows his way around blood and crime scenes. It makes sense. I think both are very similar, but Dexter's obviously lasted a lot more seasons and a lot more spin-offs and shit. So I'm going to go with Batista being the biggest donkey of the two. But then Hank's a dumb fuck, isn't he?
Yeah, I feel like there's a few times where Hank maybe should have caught on. Anyway,
that WW thing in the book, and he's like, Walt Whiteman, and he just fucking buys it. I mean, come on, Hank.
Walt Whitman?
Whitman.
Anyway, Dexter then takes the guy's truck, he speeds to New York, and straight away he finds Harrison working. So he's found Harrison already. I thought there was going to be a bit of a search for him.
And that's how the episode ended with Dexter.
We also got the blonde-haired chick played by Charlie, what's her name? She was in some sort of apartment scanning for, I don't know, evidence. So Is she a killer? Not too sure. They introduced her.
She dropped an invitation, so I believe there's some form of like they're creating like a serial killers club or something to fight for this
Something
season.
like that. Will Dexter join that club? Who knows? We didn't
That is interesting, but again, she sticks the headphones on. What is it with the obsession with putting the headphones on?
Yeah,
in the mask.
I don't really get it. The
mask
mask I could maybe understand in case there was any like hidden cameras there.
Yeah, but what happened to a good old-fashioned balaclava? You know
yeah, no, that's true. But no sign of Peter Dinklage, no Christian Ritter, no Bobby Baclamone, whatever he's called.
Bacala. The gay guy from Modern Family.
But you know what? I was happy about who we did get, so I can't really complain.
Yeah. You know what though? Another thing, it's like is Dexter so far gone at this point where he's like, yeah, maybe I should stay here and heal up a wee bit, extra couple of days to get Batista off my tail, because him leaving the shower on, escaping for Batista from that hospital, that's just going to make Batista think even more that something's up.
The Harrison thing pushed him into it, though.
I know, yeah, it did, but the interesting dynamic for me is, back in Season 7, most people don't like LaGuerta, right? I feel like, universally, Batista's way more loved than LaGuerta, so I think that's going to divide a lot of the fans if they actually want Dexter brought down by Batista, and I'm all here for it. I'm here for Big Dave, and it was great seeing Harry back as well.
Yep, multiple scenes with Harry, and
You can't die. The code lives on, Dexter.
There's nothing in the code about you dying, son. Anyway, great to see Harry, and you will be able to see James Remar. He's going to be in the brand new It that comes out later this year, so
hopefully it's the shit.
Looking forward to seeing him in that. Anyway, rating time for episode 1, A Beating Heart. What are you giving it?
It's a tough one, because I thought it was fantastic. I mean, I don't think the Harrison stuff was bad, but the drop-off's pretty mental when you compare it. I'll give it a 9. Because, honestly, I think the Dexter stuff, which is what most people are here for, I'd say it was pretty faultless, man. You had legends, goats returning. You had Batista confronting them, actually getting into some serious shit.
I was going to give it an 8, but, yeah, because, you know, because of just the nostalgia feeling and just seeing Trinity again and Miguel and Dokes, that will prop up for me for a 9. Yep. Definitely, so I'll get a 9.
I know there could have been more filler, right? But say you gave like the 3 flashbacks more time, and Harrison wasn't in this episode till Dexter seen him at the end. To me, that's probably the perfect premiere. But do you really want to go down the route of Dexter gets the first episode, then Harrison gets the full second episode? No, I don't really want that. But 9 for me.
Yeah, 9 out of 10, guys. Let us know what you thought down below in the comments. We'll catch you in the next one. Being Fog Entertainment. Thanks for watching, and peace.